Hello, beautiful spirit. Yes, come through. And welcome to another episode of Come Through, where I, Nadira Luck, your clarity queen, share personal stories, readings, songs, tribute songs, whatever the case may be needed at this moment. So today's video is basically about energy check-in, and let me explain why. So anyone who knows me knows that June is a very popular month for me, one of my favorite months. Reason being is because it's my birthday month, number one. Number two, I'm doing a little check-in right now. Number two, it's also the month of my anniversary. So shout out to my husband and I as we celebrate, is it 19 years? 19 years or 18 years? I can't even remember. See what I'm saying? 18 years. That's what it is. 18 years of marriage on June 30th. And so I'm so happy and proud for that. And I want to make sure that that is correct. Actually, no, 19 years. That's it. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, 2007. So yes. So 19 years come through. All right. And so Troy, for my birthday, Troy did a wonderful thing. He whisked me away. I was able to enjoy a wonderful spa, vacation, out in Arizona, and I was able to meet up with some wonderful people. Shout out to the Cashes. They are so wonderful. I appreciate their energy. Miss Rashida and Mr. Vanzel. I enjoy your company throughout. And the continuation of celebration is just ongoing. And so we moved from that to anniversary. So I say all of this to say that I'm more than likely in these streets, traveling, doing stuff, handling some other business or whatever. And it seems to be so hard for me to get somewhere and sit down for June to do reading. So I'm so sorry I've been away. I kind of felt forewarned last reading that this may happen. And I'm a flower, so we had to surrender and see what happens. And this is what happened, and this is where I'm at. But I'm here to do a check-in, an energy check-in with you for the month of June. So I didn't get a chance to do the Gemini reading, but it's all right. We are in June. So shout out now to the Cancers who have now creeped in a couple of days ago. Shout out to you, my brothers and sisters. We share the month of June. Matter of fact, I had celebrated doing Motown on Juneteenth. Like I said, it's ongoing, but I want to say shout out to the Cancers. You are here now, but I still would like to do this June check-in because we do have a lot of things happening. I don't know if you've been feeling it, but we are in the shadow side of Mercury Retrograde that officially kicks off on June 29th. So please be aware of that date. And if you're noticing that technology or communication with people have becoming a little bit more wonky, technology a little wonky, guidance systems a little wonky. Again, we are in the shadow season right now, shadow side of Mercury retrograde. So just be aware, buckle up, Buttercup. We've been here before several times. It's the same speech that I give. Awareness is key. Just make sure that you go over and beyond in details of when, where, and how to people. It's not even about an assumption anymore. Forget assumptions. Just be thorough with your information of giving and receiving. If you're not sure about what a person meant by a statement, a comment, a text message, email, then go the extra mile and ask for clarity. Ask for them to use more adjectives, more verbs, whatever is necessary, and ask questions so that you are on the same level of comprehension that they are and their intention of the words that they give. Come through, beautiful spirit. Come through. That is the first download I'm getting right now. All right. And so I pulled for this Cancer season. I made sure to pull out self-care cards. Why? Cancer is that watery energy. It is connected to the moon. Moon is it's not even a planet. It is their star that they're using, okay, to guide them to where they need to be. They are very much into the emotions, the nostalgia, the pets, the nurturing of children and pets, and love and care and memories. And because of that, no, I got a long word coming in around here, but because of that, there is a lot of watery emotional energy around. And this Mercury retrograde, yes, is in this same watery energy. So please provide passion, peace, a little leniency and mercy for yourself first, and also provide it for others at this time. It's a lot of water. So like I said, buckle up, buttercup. But again, we've been here before. All right. So as always, we start with tarot. I have self-care cards. I have animal cards. I have life coaching cards. We are here. Get ready to get the tea, my dear. Yes. All right. Come through. First up, this is the first card that came up. I said, wow, really? Hard message, straight to the point, base chakra. So number one, base chakra, first chakra of our system. It is also known as the root chakra. It is also known as our space of foundation. Is where we feel safe, secure, that all basic needs are met. So right now there is an awareness. That something is not vibing. We are not in alignment with our foundation. I understand that there are things going on around here in this world, and people are concerned about their health care. People are concerned about their housing. People are concerned about this administration. People are concerned about these cooperations and how they're treating people. At the end of the day, there is so much out here, but my dear, please be aware that first and foremost, you have to be grounded in order to maintain in this race. I say this all the time. It is a marathon versus a sprint, my dear. And so without pacing yourself, it is easy for anyone, my dear, to burn out. And that means even family dynamics. So Cancer is also about family. It's rooted in family. It's down below. It is the fourth sign of the zodiac sign, but the way it's positioned in a natal chart is at the bottom. It's at the IC. It is where we are beginning, our foundations are built, our beliefs, our values. All of these things are wrapped up at the home base. So a lot of times I tell people, when you think of when I'm teaching how to relate some of the zodiac signs to an example, I always like to use Cancer as home. And the crab, it walks around with its shell. There's a reason why it's a crab. It takes its shell wherever it goes. It takes its home with them wherever it goes. And so the home, once again, provides us with practices and principles and beliefs and value systems, how we do things, how we nurture, how we communicate. All these things are wrapped up with Cancer, moon child, aka moon child. And so right now, please be aware that this base chakra is calling for some assistance, is calling for some attention, is calling for an SOS to strengthen it, to realign, to cleanse it if necessary, cleanse the energy of the base chakra. Be reminded again, if you are constantly going to work and home back and forth, and that is it, that there needs to be a balance to all things. Are you happy at your home space? Do you need to decorate your home space? Should you clean out your home space because it's filled with ongoing energy coming in and out of your home, and it's keeping you not grounded, not centered? Well, then, my dear, it's time to come up with some strategies to figure out how to reset, realign, come back to base camp, get rooted in all that you believe, what you do. And if you notice in with this retrograde, because again, retrogrades will bring back all the things that It's more of a remembering and rethinking and reanalyzing. Remember, Mercury retrogrades are no more than the season of re, and it's time to recalculate what is best. And because it's in this Cancer season, please know it's time to re-examine what is it that you love to do, love to be with, love to be around, love to attract. These are the aha moments, but it also begins with you, a reevaluation of you, my dear. Are you stable? Are you at feeling stable in what you do, what you say, how you're living, in your mindset? All of these are questions that need to be answered. And why? Underneath the deck was shadow 18, shadow, aka what? The moon. This is the moon card. There are two persons right here, and they're holding the same scepter, and they are a reflective image of each other, but you can't see that one is the moon with the symbol of the moon, and the other one has the symbol of the sun. Well, guess what this means? This is synonymous with the polarity of things, duality of things, and polarity. And yes, there is a difference. So duality provides you the perception of day versus night, high versus low. There's always an opposite for everything. But polarity helps you to see the perspective that although these two things exist, that they need one another. There's a connection to one another. There's a way of expressing a love and a like for each one. One energy that you have for the other can extend to the other, the second half. And so in also taking this to the next step, shadow side can also represent the things, the traits, the values of what you don't like about yourself or others. We can see the beauty of a person who's nice. I'm using it as an example, a nice, kind person. Well, guess what? The shadow side of that nice, kind, giving person can also be hell on wheels if backed into a corner. My mom used to tell me a long time ago, it is never good to see a cornered person or a quiet person cornered and bullied. And the reason being is because when that quiet person has had enough, they have nothing to lose. And a lot of times they do snap. And it is an attack mode. And then at that point, they have gone straight insane, outside their mind, and they don't know what's going on. They may have blacked out and they come out scratching, kicking, and ready to kill, to defend, because they are gone. The shadow side had to step in to help protect the calmer energy inside of that person. And so we all live with these polarities in our mind, in our bodies, in our spirit. And we're sitting here looking for and attempting to find balance between the two. So this is when the shadow comes up. So my dear, the message for me right now is, even in this retrograde, even in this watery energy, if there is a wake-up call calling for you to find that connection, please listen. Please be aware. Please listen. And it is time in the season of re to reevaluate, readjust, remember what you love about yourself, and then make sure that you are reacting to whatever it is you want to change or evolve. Okay, it's all about a reevaluation of things. And why? I looked for my message cards, and the first one that came up is water. I second that emotion. Your emotions are awakening. Feel the full force of your compassion and your empathy. Your emotions are awakening. Feel the full force of your compassion and empathy. Again, we are in this watery season, watery energy. While I'm doing this reading, we may be in the moon of Pisces. Let me check on that. I know we were, no, not Pisces, in Scorpio. I do know that we were in, Libra. We were in Libra a couple of days ago. So here, let me double check to see where are we right now. Yeah, 20 degrees Scorpio, 20 degrees Scorpio. So here we go. Water, sun, Cancer, water, moon, Scorpio. It's not even about a coincidence. This is synchronistic energy and planetary alignment. When I'm talking about with this water energy, please provide compassion and empathy for yourself before you go out here and interact with other people, other energy who are dealing with their own other issues, and understand the shadow side of yourself. If you need to retreat and get back to get yourself back together and love on the things that may not be the top of your radar or top of your list of things that you love about yourself, but you better start appreciating them, because these same characteristics may have some way of helping you to progress forward, to not only just survive but thrive. If you can get quiet and find the appreciation of the polar you. Okay, come through. Now, up next, we also have Aries. Aries, new beginnings. Aries, new beginnings. And the message is, actions you take now will yield swift results. Charge ahead with your visionary plans. Actions you take now will yield swift results. Charge ahead with your visionary plans. The main reason why also this is important to be in alignment, it is very hard to, and this can be used with construction. I'm sure you probably heard me use this as an analogy. You can't build shit if you have a messed up foundation. You just can't. It will tumble to the ground. Anything that is built too fast, anything that is built too fast, example, this reflecting pool out here in DC. Anything that is done with extensive speed and an expeditiously done kind of way, and especially if you've tried to cut corners, will wound up having to be redone, rebuilt, redesigned. And again, naming all the re's that can be provided through retrograde. And so with that, I'm saying it must be, there is an energy to help you to charge ahead with visionary plans. But please, my dear, make sure that the planning is done correctly, with time, with clarity, and with you being in the most stable vibration and mental place, the capacity to be able to do these visionary plans. Underneath the deck, we have Leo. So here we go. 2 fire signs next to this water. All right. 2 fire signs next to this water. And this is a fixed energy. So I say that to say, express yourself. Now, Cancer sign is known as a cardinal sign. Just like this Aries. They're usually the initiators. There's a reason why he's 4th in line. Cancer is 4th in line, why Aries is number 1. They are the starters, the initiator of energy. So before you get ready to start, and you got the first one that came in, it's time to start, but do it after you've planned accordingly. Why? Because again, underneath the deck, the hidden energy is this wonderful, fiery, fixed energy. And again, we're in the moon sign. While I'm doing this reading right now, I'm in the fixed energy of Scorpio. These are energies that I like what I like, and I don't like changing it because it's worked for me in the past, and now I need it to work for me now. Well, the message is express yourself. Magical, and I'm so sorry if you can hear the gardeners outside, but hopefully my editing program will lighten if you do hear it. Okay, hopefully you don't by the time this is posted. Magical creative energy is all around you. Lap up the praise and attention. You deserve it. Lap up the praise and attention. You deserve it. Magical creative energy is all around you. So you are in a space of creativity. Water is a magnificent space to be in the realms of creativity. because now you're fluid. You're able to go into those realms of subconscious thinking and subconscious creation. Things may come to you and ideas in dreamlike states, or while it could be daydreaming or sleep, night dreaming, or nocturnal dreaming. Either way it goes, with this watery energy of Cancer, please use it to be your most creative, but also come to the base of home ground and take care of self first. I also took out my life coaching cards. Up first, we have number 4, the void. Number 4, and 4 represents what? Foundation. Can't make this shit up. The void foundation. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. My dear, if that is the case, and you find yourself either being distracted or wanting to find a distraction because your discernment is not ready to see what your eyes are seeing, your intuition is telling you, but yet and still you want to still create a narrative that everything is okay, when in actuality it's not okay. Please take a moment to acknowledge and be aware of whatever it is that is bothering you or being done to you, done to you for your highest good. Whatever you are experiencing, please come back to base camp, the root chakra of accountability. And when that happens, you can probably be in a better space and mindset to deal with whatever it is the void that you may be avoiding. Okay, it could be, again, family dynamics, friend dynamics, work dynamics, relationship dynamics. It can go on and on. But to think that you can numb it through ignoring it, drinking, smoking, sexing, texting, social media, there are some food. There are so many ways we can deal with issues, emotional issues, physical issues, mental issues, medication, medicating, overly medicating. There are so many ways in the past that humans, we have been guilty of indulging. I myself, in indulging just to get away from the problem. When reality is, when you sober up, when you push away from the table, when you put that last drink down because you've passed out, guess what? The problem will still exist when you finally come in your sober mind, in your state of mind. So the more responsible adult thing to do or look at is, how can I fix this situation so it's done, it's resolved, and it's over with, and I've done it with a frame of mind that it worked out best for me versus I was intoxicated, I was inebriated, and I don't know even what happened with however the situation came to a close. Or again, I just avoided it and it wound up fixing itself. But did it? Or was a solution generated and you're dealing with it, but you're not happy with it because it may not have even gone in your direction because you stepped back and let it just create its own suggestion, or somebody that you already don't like their opinions, you already don't like their suggestions, you let them get in the front seat and drive this train into a wall, a mountain of some sort, just because you weren't ready to deal with it yourself. So my dear spirit, I'm getting a download right now. Please understand the power of accountability, because my dear, hiding in your shell with your head down, eyes closed, and ears covered is not going to be a solution that in the end you're going to be happy with. To go along, to get along is not a solution. If anything, it's going to make you snap out, because when you're fed up, you're not going to care, and diplomacy and your delivery is not going to match. And hear me when I say, again, we are in the shadow side of Mercury retrograde. So should you decide to blow up in the heart of Mercury retrograde, you're right. No one is going to understand your side up or your viewpoint, because all they're going to see is somebody who's exploded emotionally. You're sounding irrational, and you're delivering in a way that can be considered to be verbally abusive, because now you have gone from 0 to 100 real quick, and you didn't take the time to address what was the main issue before it multiplied to 3, 4, 5, 6 other issues. But it started with accountability for you first. So what was your part in it of ignoring it, letting it go to the sidelines, whatever the case? These are questions, my dear, I need you to ask for a better way of working with the current energies happening right now this June. Come through. Or whenever you receive this message, I tell people all the time, my messages are they're timeless. So whenever you get this message, you were supposed to see it and hear it at that particular time, my dear. Come through. You also have energy healer, 73, the collective. Come through, my dear. Energy healer, 73. Your natural ability to heal yourself and others is needed now. But I am going to preface strong-heartedly that it starts with you first. You are no good to anyone if you are not 100 yourself. No good. I have seen this happen for myself, pulling in every other direction to help others without taking care and responsibility for myself. I have been told, I did a reading today and I did a reading the other day. In both readings, my personal readings, were told to sit back and observe. Stop sitting up here engaging and helping, wanting to fix everybody's problems just because my heart is open to do so. I have been told twice, today and that other reading, to sit my butt down and observe, be a neutral observer. It's not about my comments. It's not about, girl, I think you, dude, I need you. I think you. I am to sit back and observe. And it's as hard as it has been for me. Hear me when I say, but I know there's a lesson behind it. And every time I've gone against my spiritual team who have told me what to do and I've ignored it, accountability for myself, I've suffered the consequences. I have suffered the consequences. So my dear, I say all that to say, energy healer, please, if you don't have one and you need some assistance, reach out to your girl. This is what I do as well. If I'm too far or you don't have time for me because I do it through Zoom, then whatever the case you may be, maybe you know someone nearby in your hometown. I don't know. That is not my genius. That's not my job to figure that out. All I'm saying is, my dear, please connect with an energy healer. If you're unable to do it yourself, ask for help. Reach out for help. Start with yourself in order to help someone else. Okay, my dear, reset, get the base chakra back into alignment. Moving on. We have, and why? Number 3, self-love. 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 You are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. You are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. My dear, it's time. I'm so glad I pulled out some self-care because we are in Cancer and it's all about nurturing. I'll be repeating the same thing over again. Please, self-love for you. Reset for yourself so you can maintain in this marathon. I don't care who the other person is. Please reset yourself. Today, I'm resetting for myself because I've given to my bestie sister girl yesterday. And the day before that, I gave to, I believe it was my husband. So today, I'm giving to myself. And I'm getting ready to give to some more people for some other situations. But I'm getting ready to share energy tonight and tomorrow with others. So guess what? Today is for me. Today is for me. And you have to allow yourself days or time frames or spaces where you can go for yourself to reconnect to yourself so you're able to deal with other people, engage with other people in the highest frequency that you can. All right. It is hard and it sucks to try to drive a car where you are at a quarter tank of gas left and it's putt-putting. Guess what? You're not going to make it. So, my dear, please provide some self-love. Keeping it moving. We got 29 and I'm looking at 28. Wow. I'm going to do these together. 29 to 28. This is hilarious. 29 is connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. This was one of my cards that I received the other day. Connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. You have someone out here working for you and being an advocate for you from the other side. Ancestors, spiritual team, angels, Heavenly Father, Mother, God, whoever, past loved one, auntie, or uncle, whatever. You have someone, you have a spiritual connection and you are connected. Please remember that. That is a tool because everyone is not connected. And 9 times out of 10, even if you're listening to my message or watching this video, there is a level of you that are connected to the spiritual realm and you understand the power of that. Even in your darkest times and obstacles, I need you to remember that you do have a spiritual team ready to help step in, to help you get through and guide you through whatever problem you are dealing with right now. If you get somewhere to be still and listen to the advice that's guiding or given to you in guidance, you may receive a message today and tomorrow that it's time to switch jobs, leave that significant other, transfer your child from another school because they're being bullied at, whatever the case may be. But if you are receiving the messages and the downloads, it is not your job to sit up here and come up with a case, a cross-examination case for the other person that Spirit has already told you need to get away from. You've already received the message. So why are you building a case saying, giving all the reasons on why you should stay when Spirit and all the other signs have told you when it's time to go? Okay, so please connect to your heavenly realms. It's not about even listening to me. Your intuition is the first sign to tell you when something is not right. Now, where you go from there at this point, if you want to listen or you don't, goes back to accountability. But the end result is please be responsible for your actions and take accountability for whatever results happen afterwards because you refuse or chose not to listen. All right, come through. And 28, boundaries. You are learning the gentle art of setting boundaries and saying no. This no is a powerful, powerful word. It is. It is a powerful word to use. And it has such power that a lot of people get offended by the word no. But that isn't your issue. That's their issue. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete statement. No is a reason for you to maintain your mindset. Please understand the power of your boundaries. And if people keep impeding on your personal boundaries, on your career boundaries, on your family boundaries, then be aware, understand, and handle it accordingly to what you know you need to do. And if that means cutting off the phone, locking the door, I am not available, letting it go to voicemail, setting up a calendar, letting them know you are out of the office, because you don't have to deal with it directly if you don't want to. There are options. You can create a message nowadays. Everything's so automated, telling them you out of the office, you out of this, you're not, okay, Business is no longer done at this hour, this time, or, at the end of the day, I cannot be reaching. And if I am reaching, I got previous commitments that I've made, and they don't need to know your calendar. The calendar for you could be, I had already previously made an arrangement for myself to stay home and read a book. That information does not have to be shared with others. That information is for you. You've penciled into the calendar what you said you were doing. So if you were not available, you are not available. And get off the phone or let them know when is your available time when you're ready to get back with them. Please utilize your personal space and boundaries to help you to protect and to support and strengthen your root chakra. If you have spent a majority of June doling out all this love and compassion and help and assistance, but you're depleting yourself and not seeing it come back in return, it's not them, it's you. It's you. Please take the time out to listen to your body before your body starts yelling at you. And now, guess what? Now you have to go see a specialist due to you have burned out your own body and mind, mental capacity, heart, not able to be compassionate because I'm done, I'm completed. You had an aha moment when you were half full. Please be careful before you are on empty, going back to the car analogy. All right, moving on. So here are some self-care. I pulled out, came out. First one, 13, and it turns back to a 4. 1 and 3 becomes a 4. Connect with the earth. Connect with the earth. What does that mean? It can mean the most simplistic thing of gardening, putting your hand in dirt, going to your plants, going for a walk, taking your animal out in nature, going camping, going outside and grounding yourself in your grass, going to your local park and grounding yourself in your grass, walking barefoot. There are so many ways to touch a tree. Go walk and talk to a tree. There are so many ways to connect to earth. Go watch an earth movie. Understand the connection and the power that is held when energies connect and share each other's space. And that's what we're doing. We're sharing each other's space on this planet called Earth. Please reconnect to it. And it is one of the best ways to help you ground. Do some yoga barefoot out in the grass if you are in a safe space to be able to do so. Come through. We also have for the self-care, it says dream journal. Dream journal number 20, which becomes a 2. Dream journal. Are you, and you may be receiving downloads. I think I mentioned this before. Are you receiving downloads in your dreams? Are you receiving answers in your dreams? But because you woke up and didn't write down what you dreamt about, are you missing out on the answer? Well, then, my dear, please use a dream journal. Write out these things that are coming to you. Ask the questions before you go to bed. So when you wake up, you may have received the answer that night. Write down a dream journal. What are you dreaming about? Remember, we in the shadow sign, and that moon is all about the subconscious, things that are in the background and not versus the forefront of your thinking and your doing and your belief system. But these are questions that need to be asked. And lastly, flow like water. 24, flow like water. Once again, more of this watery energy, Okay? Flow like water. Flow like water means to be flexible with what's going on. It's a surrendering of sorts. Please find the space, the spirit that sometimes you are going to have to surrender to the situation until you can figure out your best plan of action to get back to self, resituate yourself so that you can come up with a strategy and a plan to what? Enact and charge ahead with your visionary plans. But first and foremost, it goes back to, are you totally connected from top to bottom, bottom to top, as above, so below, as within is without? Please get back to the balance of things. One of the things that I've been challenging even my family members, my husband and my sister, I've been telling them, asking them, what is their joy? I found joy in a dance class. I found joy in a dance class. I find joy in little things like this. Like right now, I'm about to reapply. I have talked myself off my lip gloss, but these little things I find pleasure in, okay? But I've also found pleasure in a dance class that I've been taking every week. And why? I'm smiling from the time I enter that room to the time that we exit out. Yeah, my knee may hurt. Yeah, certain joints are hurting afterwards, but it's the expression of freedom that I have while I'm dancing. And this dance class was introduced to me by a fellow Gemini, and we have been going nonstop since. Because I that night I swore up and down I wasn't going to get a membership, but it was in my heart, my spirit. I kept thinking about how much happiness was throughout my body as I was doing it. Because I used to dance all the time, whether it was at a club or it was at the school or whatever the case. I enjoyed dancing. And I am a trained dancer in dance, modern, and there was so many classes that I did take when I was younger, and I wanted to reconnect to my younger self, my inner child, as well as when I was in my 20s and 30s out here at the club dancing. It brought me joy. And I bring this up because when I'm in my space of joy, I seem to attract more and more great shit just comes to me. And it's in the form of money, people, experiences, opportunities. It is what it is. But again, it starts with me first in raising my vibration. So this is my challenge to you. It's not even a challenge. It's just a basic question. What brings you joy? And are you ready to go out here to help you reset in your grounding? What brought you joy when you were younger, a kid, and time flew by so fast when you were doing this thing? And is it possible for you to go back to that feeling again by reintroducing yourself? Was it racing cars? Was it, what do you call it? You playing with your imagination? Was it a creation with your hands? Was it wood building? Was it knitting? Was it crocheting? Was it playing cards with people? It could have been as simple as playing Uno or chess or checkers. What brought you joy when you were younger? Move your body if that was the case. If it was running back in the day, then take a walk right now until you can get to running mode. Find your joy, my dear. It will help you to rebalance and get back into self. And then I also pulled out animal cards. Animal cards because, again, Cancer people, look, 9 times out of 10, they got a pet or had a pet or they're looking for a pet. All right. They're there to nurture. So I pulled out animal spirits. And the first one we have, moth spirit. Surrender now. Surrender now. I just got through talking about the power of surrendering to something because it was all here. And guess what? It's underflow like water. Come through. Please, my dear, surrender now. I'm feeling like I need to. What time is it? Yeah, I think I am. Okay. And underneath that one, we have number 8, bobcat spirit. We have a cat and a moth. Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Life is a mystery. You know what? This is so crazy. I had this card in my last pool. So with that being said, life is a mystery. And sometimes things need to be done in quiet. There's no need for announcements. There's no need to make a big scene. Sometimes things just need to be done in quiet. And so, my dear spirit, while you are resetting and going back to the basis of rerouting yourself, please keep this in mind. The less you tell to other people and what you're doing and how you're doing, the more better off you will be. Because then guess what? There's no room to hear, well, what you doing that for? Well, you seem fine to me. Well, I don't understand why you're doing it. Guess what? I didn't ask you for your opinion as to why I'm doing it. I didn't ask you for your permission as to why I'm doing it. I didn't ask you why or ask you for your opinion about why I spent money on what I wanted to spend money on for my dance class or my knitting class or my paint and sip class or meeting out with people. It doesn't matter. Sometimes life does need to be a mystery. And sometimes for the betterment of you, move in silence, my dear. A quiet getaway, a quiet retreat, not calling the person that maybe you called on an everyday basis to tell them all your details. Maybe it's time to do something different, especially in the space of the retrograde. Try something different, my dear. Okay? It may be time to reevaluate how you've been moving and how you should be moving. Okay? In the future. Come through now into the future. Because remember, right now it's all that matters to stay in present. But here, I'm going to, because surrender is coming up twice. So here, let me see something. Let me look this one up. I'm going to look up moth spirit. What number is that? Okay. Let me put on the hold on. I was hoping I don't. Maybe I may not need. Let me see. Glasses. Let me see. I may not need the glasses list. All right. So for moth spirit is telling me to go ahead and go into detail with this surrender. Since we flowing like water, we need to get our base chakra together and this water card here about our emotions. So if this helps you to understand how to navigate, please listen, my dear. Moth spirits, surrender now. Moth spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when moth spirit appears, it's time to consider if you have gone off the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholicism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty. Yeah, maybe. Hold on. I thought I could. I almost did. Oh, but this is better. Just like now, committing to something, but I needed to surrender and put on the glasses. All right, so where was I at? Or addiction to certainty, or even to a person may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as the awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot. And you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all the other pursuits that matters to you. Now is the time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax more in a more balanced way of using your moth spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what it is as you allow for what might be. Now, your protection message is this. Moth spirit can be intense honesty, and honesty about your own compulsive tendencies is needed right now. It is too easy to switch from one addiction to another. Distracting yourself from the discomfort of uncertainty and the thoughts and emotions that arise when you aren't single-mindedly pursuing a goal. Wait, let me say that one more time. It is too easy to switch from one addiction to another, distracting yourself from the discomfort of uncertainty and the thoughts and emotions that arise when you aren't single-mindedly pursuing a goal. You know what this reminds me of? The void. This is no more than rewording of the void, of distracting yourself with other issues or becoming addicted to other actions because you're filling out this void. All right, so moving on. Moth spirit calls to you to practice moderation in all things and recognize when thinking you are heading towards the light, but you are really heading into a fire that will cause burnout. Why are you so resistant to letting up? Could you be avoiding difficult emotions you need to feel and release? Now is the time to do a fearless inventory so that your addictive tendencies can be toned down and rechanneled into into a enthusiastic. Ooh, Mercury retrograde is hitting me already. Enthusiastic activity in moderation. You are not a machine. Listen to Mom's spirit message that a change is needed to support your well-being. Maybe deep down, you know you have become too attached to something and someone. Let go of your need to control the outcome and allow yourself to remember the many ways you want to channel your energy. To relationships, to work, to giving to others, to self-care, and to all the other pursuits you value. Oh my God. That is so deep but so true. And that is, please, my dear, listen to that. If you are holding on to a situation, a person, or opportunity, thinking that it's for your greatest and highest good, and it is literally torturing you from inside out and preventing you from having peace of mind, then, my dear, it is time to figure out an exit strategy or to figure out the accountability as to why you prefer to stay in that situation. Because at this point, my dear, it is not about them. It is about you and why you want to stay. But that is a question you will have to ask yourself. I'm just here to deliver the messages on how best to work best with this June check in right now. And Spirit has definitely told me that was the message that needed to be shared, my dear. All right. So when this message resonates with you, whether it's through the podcast, whether it's through the YouTube channel, wherever you might catch it on TikTok, by all means, please like, share, and subscribe. Share it to another person who needs to hear it, and you know they need to hear it. You heard this message, and right immediately somebody else's name came to mind. Guess what? That is your sign to share it with that person, because we are in this together, my dear. Whether you believe it or not, yes, we are all on separate journeys. But guess what? As a community, as a collective, every so often we meet up with one another, provide experience and our wisdom to help the next person and the next generation and these children. And then we move on and come back to our own personal journey of walking this path alone, my dear. But help out your fellow brothers and sisters if you can. Come through. It's good karma. It comes back to you anyway. It does. Think of it as tithing. I just had this conversation with my wonderful cousin. I call him cousin/bro because he is my brother. Come through. Love you, Sean. Mwah. It was so good to see you in Texas. Come through. But I just had a conversation with him about this. Tithing doesn't mean that you just have to go into a church and tithe. Tithing can be done through the exchange of time, energy, and money to any random person or persons. Okay? And so at the end of the day, please choose wisely how you set your boundaries with these people, your time, your energy, and your money. Please do some ahas on what is the void that you are trying your best to fill, but unsuccessfully not working for you. And figure out how to surrender now, connect back to earth, connect back to yourself, your base chakra, your root chakra. Feel the emotions that are coming up. Let them come out. Let them come up and come out. Because if it incites questions that need to be answered for yourself to have bigger and brighter clarity, by all means do that. And if you want to deep dive into some more for your personal messages given to you by your spiritual team working with my spiritual team, then by all means reach out and talk to your clarity queen. I'm here to do this all day long, my dear, through online. I do things through not even Zoom. I do it through but it's the same platform. Just think of it as Zoom, but it's through another platform. But one-on-one, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out and come up with solutions, my dear. So please like, share, subscribe. Happy anniversary to my loving husband. Happy Mercury retrograde for those who need that extra push. And Rooted and Rising. Go ahead and mark your calendar for July 25th as I'll be doing Rooted and Rising yoga over at the Oats Club. It is a free class. All you need to do is sign up and register. And yeah, I'll be talking about this more, and I'll make sure to put it on my newsletter so you can stay abreast and come on through. All right, yes, yes. And thank you again for another episode of Come Through. As always, I like to end with, remember, my dear, to please shine your light. I am a firm believer if everyone was to shine their light, and I mean brightly shine their light, no one would be in darkness, because you never know who you may inspire, my dear. Inspiration is out here. People are here to help you. Support teams are here to help you. Just make sure you are picking the right team players to be on your team when you're looking for authentic, genuine support. And shine your light, my dear. Until next time, mwah! Don't know when this next reading is, but we shall see, and I'll keep you posted. But that's why you need to be a part of the newsletter, or just subscribe